The political party ActionSA says it believes the fact there was a meeting between the top executives of the National Youth Development Agency and the leadership of the ANC Youth League at Luthuli House yesterday shows there's what ActionSA calls a dubious relationship between them. ActionSA says the NYDA CEO, Waseem Carrim, and its chair, Asanda Luwaca, met with the leaders of the ANC Youth League yesterday. Hluphi Gafane is the national chair of the ActionSA Youth Forum. Hluphi, good afternoon to you. What's wrong with the meeting between the leadership of the National Youth Development Agency and the ANC Youth League?
Good afternoon, Stefan, and good afternoon to all your viewers. Stefan, as ActionSA, we believe that an entity that belongs to the state, such as the National Youth Development Agency, should not align itself with any political party. And what we have seen really at this point, it should be called an ancillary body of the ANC, because that's exactly what they've been portraying to the youth of this country. Therefore, we are calling that the chairperson, the board chairperson, resigns from the NYDA and also the CEO, because it's an insult to the youth of this country with our unemployment rate being at over 60%. Yet we see ANC cadres at the NYDA who are earning seven-figure salaries. But we've got young people in this country who are unemployed and at home and not being given the opportunity to advance themselves with what the NYDA is supposed to be doing for the young people of this country.
So, I mean, if the NYDA met with you or with another political party, would that be a problem?
It would be a problem if it's an individual party having a meeting with the NYDA. I believe that such an entity should, if it wants to have a meeting with political parties, as it did yesterday, it should be inclusive of all of the youth leadership of other political parties as well. Because I believe that all political parties involved in this country have a voice and something to add to this agency. So to see them just portraying themselves with the ANC Youth League, we find it insulting as young people, and therefore we call that this entity rather be dissolved, and matters as far as young people is concerned be those championed by young people who are inclusive and are not biased and aligned to one political party.
Okay, but I mean, Hluphi, it's entirely possible, I mean, I don't know if this is true, it probably isn't, but it's possible, that the leadership of the NYDA is going on a tour meeting all of the political parties, or maybe the political parties in Parliament. I mean, you know, would there be a problem with that?
Well, if there's a tour, we have not received a memo yet, and if it's for the political parties who are in Parliament, then it should be at the interest of young people of this country. And it should not be a meeting which is done behind closed doors and we see pictures after. It should be an all-inclusive, where even those who are not in Parliament yet are asked for their views, so that all the views of young people of this country are championed in those meetings, Stefan.
What role do you believe the National Youth Development Agency should be playing? You spoke about youth unemployment. We know, of course, that many young people, most young people, aren't able to work at the moment. There are no opportunities for them. What do you believe the NYDA should be doing to help young people in our country?
Well, the purpose of the NYDA is to develop young people. But as we have seen, that is not the case. What the NYDA, in its correct state format and procedure, what it should be doing is to ensure that young people, investment is made in young people, especially those who believe in entrepreneurship, because as I said, that with the high unemployment rate amongst our youth, it's important to create employment. And if we do not invest in the entrepreneurship of young people, then we are not going to get it right in terms of lowering this percentage. So the NYDA's purpose is to develop and to also invest in young people, but also to ensure that in doing so, it's not only a selective few who are benefiting, but everyone is included. And that's not the case, Stefan. We see that it's more usually ANC-aligned individuals who are benefiting from this entity.
Hluphi Gafane, thank you, the National Chair of the ActionSA Youth Forum. Well, we'll see if there is a response to that from the National Youth Development Agency after that, alleged meeting with the ANC Youth League.